6868 is the number. 846 here on WRKO. You know what that means. Every Thursday, coffee with Howie, the great Howie Carr, Boston's talk radio legend. Howie, how are you, my friend?
Very good, Jeff. Very good. I'm looking forward to being in Florida next week, though, I must say. I can't take too much more of this autumn global warming.
Howie, have you been following this whole Duck Dynasty controversy? What do you make of them now basically kicking Phil Robertson off the show for making anti-gay remarks in GQ magazine?
Isn't it astounding that we're always told that there's no real ideological bias in the media, that it's all about money and ratings and anything that just that discount any left-wing tendencies. Yet Martin Bashir, who has had zero viewers, hangs on for 2 weeks after saying the most vile and despicable things about Sarah Palin. And yet this guy, Phil Robertson, who is like a mega money machine for A&E, he's got more viewers than almost any show on the broadcast networks. He's gone immediately after he basically quotes the Bible on morality. It took him less than 24 hours, and it took 2 weeks to get rid of Martin Bashir, who's was no more than a ham and egger, because Martin Bashir was one of the beautiful people, and obviously Phil Robertson isn't.
Well, Howie, apparently now we're getting reports that the A&E number, the main line number, is coming back. It's overloaded. It's absolutely overloaded. The contact form on their website is crashing. Howie, I think the backlash is going to be immense.
Yeah, I do too, Jeff. I was reading today that online that somebody was saying that we ought to stop calling this the Tea Party people, the Tea Party or the conservatives. This ought to be called the resistance. This is what it's like, and that this is the resistance. This is what Duck Dynasty is all about. This is why people like Duck Dynasty, because it's a voice of the resistance to the regime. It's old time. America. It's the way America used to be, and that's why people like it. And now this guy has just said what was on his mind. I mean, he said, "I'm a born again Christian. I used to be a rock and roll party animal, and then I hit rock bottom, and I found Jesus." And and he basically paraphrased Corinthians, and they want to hang him up from the nearest tree. It's amazing. Where is the celebration of diversity? Listen, you know what he should use? You know what he should do? He should say, when I gave that interview to GQ, I was under a lot of pressure. That's what Eldo Kim said, right? He's under a lot of pressure.
No, you're right, Howie. You should say, I wasn't feeling myself that day. I was feeling under a lot of pressure, and my words were taken out of context.
Dead. Give me a mulligan on this. My father's been dead for a while. I was too stoned all fall to study. One kid in Harvard said, that people are worried they get a B. Yeah, I don't blame them for being worried they get a B, because 95% of them are getting A. 95% of the grades are A's. So a B is basically an F.
We're talking with the great Howie Carr, Boston's talk radio legend. Howie, Jean Shaheen is now coming under a lot of fire. It looks like the Republicans have put a big target on her. Yeah. They've released an ad. It's a devastating ad.
It is. We played it yesterday. 30 seconds, short and sweet. Beautiful ad. Beautiful. And she's got, the thing is I love about the ad is they got her in the well of the Senate, and she's got the chart with her. When you bring a chart to the well of the Senate, that means that's serious business. You went out there and she's just she's like a battleship that the rudder's broken and it's just running around in circles. She can't get away from that. There's no way she can escape this. She's got to pay the price. And this is the prototype that they're going to run for all of these people, against all of these Democrats who voted for this.
Howie, let me ask you this, because you know Scott Brown better than most people. Do you think he's going to run against Shaheen in New Hampshire? And do you think he can win?
Yes, I do, and I do think he can win. I don't think it's going to be an easy race, and they're going to try to make him out to be a carpetbagger, but I don't think that works. So I was talking to Joe Battenfeld from the Herald yesterday. She says, "Oh, they're going to call him a carpetbagger," and I said, "Well, Deval Patrick's from Chicago. I mean, Granny Warren is from Whitey Bulger's new hometown. The two top finishers on the Boston City Council at large race are from Chicago. I mean, does it really matter that somebody's from a different state?" And I mean, his family is from New Hampshire. They his ancestors, they all fought in the Revolution out of in New Hampshire regiments. I mean, this woman Jean Shaheen, she blew into Missouri like 30 years ago. I mean, she's not exactly a lifetime live free or die person. I think he's got a pretty good chance. I think people are just going to get more and more and more angry as they find out about Obamacare. Did you see that? Did you see what Harry Reid said yesterday?
What did Harry Reid say yesterday?
He's taking a. He says I'm taking a subsidy from my employer. They get a $12,000 subsidy, which is also a way of saying the taxpayers are throwing in $12,000 for his health care. And he says, I'm just getting the same thing everybody else is getting. Really? Really? How many of you out there are getting $12,000 from your employer for your health care?
Howie, I'm not getting my $12,000 subsidy.
He gets He makes $193,000. He lives in the Ritz-Carlton in Washington D.C. And Celebrity Net Worth, I just saw it today. It said he's worth $5 million. He's not worth $5 million. He's worth a lot more than $5 million bucks. I mean, he's this guy. And what about all the money his sons have made through all these sweetheart deals? They're all lawyers. He's making himself out like he's the barefoot boy with cheek from Searchlight, Nevada. Please give me a break. God, these people, they're just so irritating. I think people like Shaheen are going to pay the price. There's just this, this undercurrent of just, it's payback time here. And I think Scott Brown's got a good shot.
Howie, I've been predicting now for a while that I think the November midterm elections, I know it's still far. I know it's still, we got, 11, 12 months left to go. Anything can happen. It's a lifetime in politics. But I think the Democrats are going to get wiped out and the Republicans are going to retake the Senate. Do you agree or do you disagree?
Yes. No, I agree. I think we'll see. The key is going to be what the Republicans do. I mean, if they just, pussyfoot around like they have been, like John Boehner and et al. Have been doing in the House. I mean, what does it really matter? They're still going to get rolled. But I think that I think we ought to keep the no filibuster. If they do take the Senate, let's keep the no filibuster rules. No more judges, period, for the next 2 years. Until we can see whether the people of this country really want Obamacare. I think they don't want Obamacare. I think they want it struck from the books. I think they want to start appointing judges that aren't going to be just lockstep, rubber stamp, pawns for the politically correct agenda of the modern Democrat Party. I think the Republicans ought to just stop everything if they take back the Senate.
Howie, I got to tell you this. We've talked a few times in the office around here. Bill Cooks, he's my executive producer. What do I see on his desk? A picture of Howie. Everywhere I go around the building, I see pictures of Howie. So last week, Howie, I kid you not, I go to Barnes & Noble in Walpole. And I say I'm surrounded by Howie. It's like a cult of Howie around here. I need to get away from seeing Howie all the time. So I go to my Barnes & Noble in Walpole. The Kuhner man wants to buy a few books. And what do I see? A big picture of Howie. What is it? December 15. Join Howie Carr to sign his book. I see Rifleman everywhere. I see Ratman everywhere. I see your books everywhere. Howie, I can't escape you. It's incredible. Everywhere I go, I see your picture.
Walpole is one of my 2 or 3 best Barnes and Nobles anywhere. I did well. I came out on Sunday morning and it was snowing, and I had a great crowd. It was great. I hope if you want to get Radman, Jeff, you better get there quickly. But I must announce to my fans out there that Amazon is back in business. They ran out of Ratmans for a couple of days, but They're back in stock now, so you can order Ratman and get it delivered tomorrow if you want it. Or if you want an autographed copy, just go to wellesley.books.com, and I'll go down and sign it this morning, and it'll go out to you tomorrow.
All right. So Howie, you're doing a book signing this morning. Are you doing any other book signings this weekend, Howie?
Right. I'm up in Maine. For most of Saturday, but I'll be at the Book Rack in Newburyport on Saturday night from 6 to 8. And I'll be signing books there, and then I'll be at the Wellesley Library giving a talk about the Whitey trial from 2 to 4 on Sunday. I think it's going up against the Patriots game, but if you want to get away from the Shillville cheerleading jock sniffer aspect of Boston life, come on down to the Wellesley Public Library and see me, and we'll have a great talk. We have all kinds of gruesome photographs, and you can pick up a book.
Howie, is there a website they can go to if they want to buy the book as a Christmas gift, as a stocking stuffer?
Yeah, we're not selling that now on my website, but like I said, go to wellesley.books.com, wellesley.books.com. That's the best place. If you want it autographed and inscribed, I'll put out whatever you want in. If you wanted to make it from one fat bastard to another signed Howie Carr, I'll be glad to do that. I'll even say, your dog is better than my dog. That's how committed I am to selling my books. Whatever you want me to sign, I'll sign. Just go to wellesley.books.com and put in the order. Thanks for asking, Jeff. I appreciate that.
Howie, listen, I won't see you next week. Obviously, you're off to Florida. Buddy, have a wonderful, blessed Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah, same to you and to all the listeners of your show and to all the listeners of my show and everybody else. Merry Christmas, and let's not forget, Chuck Turner and I would like to wish everybody a Merry Kwanzaa, too.
Take care, Howie.
Okay. Bye-bye, Jeff.
Take care, man. 617-266-6868 is the number. For nearly 15 years, Sweet Spot Bakery has been serving the finest desserts in Melrose and surrounding communities. It is family-owned, old-fashioned customer service with all that matters is you, the customer. They serve your family the best desserts, including cupcakes, cookies, pies, pastries, and so much more. Now, my friends, trust me, I have had Sweet Spot Bakery. Some of the best cookies, cakes I have ever had in my life. It is an experience. You want to treat your family this Christmas season? Try their signature cake, the Sweet Spot Strawberry Shortcake, or their delicious Christmas tree cupcakes. Sweet Spot Bakery will be taking Christmas orders up until Saturday, December 21st, so make sure you plan ahead. And for you fans of the Kuhner Report, don't forget to ask about the 3 signature items from the Kuhner Report. The Cooksy Cookie. If you like something a little bit more, every sort of dessert takes the traits of the personalities on the show. So if you like something a little richer, a little thicker, a little heavier, you have the Cooksy Cookie. If you